Okay, if you really want those deals.
Mask! I got that. I have a parasite.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another under $5 eShop deals video, where each and every week we go through the Nintendo Switch eShop and we pick out some of the best games currently on sale, all the while staying under a budget of only $5. Now yet again this week we've got a lot of great games lined up, with even some games coming in at brand new lows, finally making them eligible for this under $5 list. But just before we jump into those, a quick reminder for anyone who might be new here to the channel. About halfway through the video, I'll be giving away 2 $5 eShop gift cards. If you want to participate in those giveaways in future videos, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and drop a comment down below, then check out the next eShop deals video to see if you won. Also, if by the end of the video you're still looking for other great deals, I'll always be linking down below last week's under $5 list, as well as the latest regular eShop deals, because most of those deals are still running today and I just don't repeat them 2 videos in a row. Now with all of that stuff out of the way, let's not waste any more time, we're jumping straight into those deals. Just remember, if you do like what you're seeing, hit that like button. Now, our first great deal for today is a bundle that is back to an all-time low, and that is the Pixel Art Bundle Volume 1 that is now back to 90% off, $3.79, and will be running till September 1st. Now, first of all, I want to start out by saying that this bundle at this price is actually quite insane value. It actually has 2 games that on their own I've already recommended at much higher prices than you're actually getting them in this bundle. The first one being Bleed, which is a great 2D action platformer, and the second one, which would be my favorite game of this bundle, would be Slain Back from Hell. This is also a 2D action platformer, however with a much more melee-focused combat system and a much higher difficulty level. But at the same time, if you can deal with that difficulty level, for its amazing Castlevania-influenced visuals, this game is a feast for the eyes. Now already with just these 2 games, this bundle would be more than worth it. On top of it, however, you're getting a third game, which is Uncanny Valley, which honestly is a game I'm not all too familiar with, but seems to have received a pretty decent reception. But as I said at the beginning, value-wise, this bundle is quite insane and can be a great pickup for this week. Now, our next great game for today is going to be Cthulhu Saves Christmas, that is now 50% off, dropping its price to $4.99, and will be running till September 3rd. Now, this game is a JRPG done in a retro 16-bit art style. However, what really sets this JRPG apart from, I would say, the masses is that rather than focusing on a serious storyline, this one has a very comedic approach. I mean, the whole basic premise is quite insane, where Cthulhu has to save Santa Claus to recover his world-destroying powers. Along the way, he's going to meet a snow maiden, the Baba Yaga, and Belsnickel that are all going to join forces in trying to save Santa Claus. So if you enjoy a really comedic approach to gaming and a lot of fourth wall breaking, trust me, you'll enjoy this JRPG a ton. To top it all off, it has some really great visuals and a pretty solid combat system on top of it. It also even offers a ton of replayability because depending on which characters you interact with, you'll get other crazy dialogue trees. Now, this is a game easily worth its full $9.99, so right now getting it at 50% off is a pretty great deal. Now, our next great deal is actually a game that I cheated a bit this week and put in our regular eShop deals video as well, but it's such a great deal, I really don't want anyone to miss out on it, and that is Inmost. That's at a brand new low of 75% off, dropping its price to only $3.74, and will be running till September 5th. Now, this game is a 2D puzzle platformer with a completely amazing and beautiful retro art style. And as I mentioned in the previous video, what's amazing about this game is contrary to a lot of retro platformers, this one really has a very deep and complete storyline that is put front and center throughout the whole game. You're also going to be playing as 3 completely separate characters with totally different playstyles that eventually are going to meet up in the storyline in a really unexpected way. And as I mentioned in the previous video, if you are fans of really creepy atmospheric games like Limbo or Inside, although this has a totally different playstyle to it, you'll feel right at home with this sinister atmosphere. And trust me, at only $3.74, this game is a total steal. Now, our next great deal for today is another amazing one, and that is the Evoland Legendary Collection that's back to 75% off, only $4.99, and this one yet again will be running till September 5th. Now the first thing I want to mention, and I say this every time, this is not only one game, this is actually a collection of both the original Evoland and also Evoland 2. Now both the games in this collection do follow a similar theme. They are both RPGs, however, they have a very original playstyle where as the storyline evolves, so does the gameplay and even the visuals. Meaning that at certain points of the game, you might be playing as a retro-styled RPG, almost looking like it should be on the Game Boy. Other times you'll be playing in an NES style, and even getting so far as to play as an action RPG with a more modern feel to it. I also do want to mention that definitely out of the two games in this collection, the best one is definitely Evoland 2. The first one was sort of a trial run to get the concept going. The second one refines it and is a super well-rounded game. And another thing that I say about this game every time I talk about it is that if you're any kind of RPG fan, this is one that you just have to have in your collection, especially when you can pick it up like today at only $5. So now it's time to take a quick break and announce today's winners of the $5 eShop gift cards. And our first winner for today is going to be Golteb, who said, "Time to get Cuphead." And I really do hope you picked up that game, Golteb, because whether it's on sale or not, that is just a great game, and the DLC just pushed it to a whole new level. And our second winner for today is going to be Patrick McGuire, who said, "Just picked up Save Me Mr. Taco, can't wait to try it out." And once again, Patrick, I hope you're having a ton of fun with that game because it is definitely a great retro-inspired platformer. Now, all you need to do to claim your $5 eShop gift cards is reach out to me in my pinned comment down below. So now if we jump straight back into our deals, I've got a pretty special one, and that is Foreclosed, that's making a first ever appearance on my series at a brand new low of 75% off, only $4.99, however running all the way till September 15th. Now, if I've never mentioned this game before on the series, it's because I have a really love-hate relationship with this game. I love the visuals, I love the overall thematic, but some of the gameplay elements actually let me down a bit. But ultimately, this is a cyberpunk action-adventure game with a stealth-based combat system. Think slightly of a Metal Gear Solid type game, however set in a cyberpunk universe. However, at its brand new lowest ever price of only $4.99, if you're into the general concepts, I really think this one can be worth a shot. On a closing note, if you're still on the fence about this game, Alex over at Switch Corner has an amazing full review of it that really highlight the good and bad points about this game, so you can always go take a look. Now, our next great deal for today is going to be Faye, that's now 75% off, only once again $4.99. However, you will have to move quickly because this deal is ending on August 30th, and this is also my pick of the week. Now, this game is a 3D puzzle platformer, and I would say what will hit you first about it is its amazingly distinctive art style. Now, in this game, you're actually playing as a creature that has to save its forest that's under attack from what looks like to be alien beings. What's also very original is rather than just going and combating these aliens directly, you have to go through the forest and find a way to resonate with the different denizens and bring them all together to push out the invaders. Now, this game really is about a great unifying experience. And as I said earlier, its art style is completely amazing and one of a kind. This is another one of those games that was easily worth its full $20, meaning that if you're any kind of 3D platformer fan with original gameplay styles, well, at only $5, this is a must-have pickup. Now, our next game is going to be Out of Line. That's at a brand new low of 50% off, only $4.99, and this one will be running till September 1st. Now, first of all, this is actually a game that I fully reviewed on the channel, and I'll be leaving that link down below and the top pinned comment. Now, this game is a 2D puzzle platformer with a totally beautiful art style that even looks close to watercolor at moments. And you are playing as a small robot equipped with a special spear that has to make his way out of a factory that's been unfortunately going out of control. Now, although there's no explicit written storyline here, I personally found that the environment itself and the puzzles told quite a tale. And without any spoilers, depending on your interpretation of the end of the game, I found it quite touching. I do want to warn, however, it is a fairly short experience where I think most people will be able to finish this game in under 4 hours. However, on a personal note, I really found that this game was worth the experience, and if you want to try it out for yourself, there's even a free downloadable demo. Now next, we have a great returning game with Unravel 2 that's back to 75% off, dropping its price to $4.99. However, once again, this one you will have to move quickly. It is ending on August 30th. Now this game is yet again an amazing 2D puzzle platformer. However, it has a very original mechanic where you have to make your way around the obstacles by manipulating your two characters that are connected by a string. Now, although this game can actually be played alone and is nonetheless very fun even if you're playing solo, it is definitely a game that is best experienced in local co-op. Because playing this with a friend, each one controlling one of the two different characters, is actually quite an amazing experience. Not only that, but the storyline is also one that is great to share with someone because although it has its dark moments, it is ultimately about positivity and inspiration. And on top of it all, this game has some really great visuals and a pretty solid soundtrack, so it really is a feast both for the eyes and ears. And at only $5, it's another amazing pickup. So now it's time for today's Sizzle Reel of Deals with some other great games to consider for this week. So we're now at the end of another eShop Deals video, and I really want to hear from all of you. Let me know what games you're picking up for this week. I also want to take a couple of seconds to really thank my channel supporters. Their monthly support is very important for the channel and I appreciate it a ton. You can check out all their names on the end screen of the video. And on the way out, don't forget that if you did like the content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and click on that notification bell so you know when all my future content comes out. And as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.